welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today you guys, I'm coming at you with another scary video. So today you guys, we're going to be diving into another paranormal game known as Charlotte's Web. So you guys, the point of this game is to contact a little 7-year-old girl by the name of Charlotte and pretty much just talk with her and ask her questions through a mirror. This is another paranormal game that involves a mirror. So you guys, I found something really interesting about this game. This game is up to following the rules and up to luck, because you need to present Charlotte with a toy for her to come through. And if she sleeps with a toy, then you're safe. If she's not, she's gonna throw a tantrum and you're pretty much screwed, because like we talked before, ghosts, spirits, and demons are very powerful. So even though Charlotte is a little kid, she's still a ghost. So if she throws a tantrum, it's gonna be a lot worse than when a human 7-year-old girl throws a tantrum. So we're going to go through rules with Charlotte, we're going to talk about the game, then we're going to talk about somebody's experience playing Charlotte's Web. So, again, like I say with all my scary videos, if you guys are okay with this kind of stuff, feel free to click off. But now, let's get into Charlotte's Web. Okay, so first things first is that this game has a backstory. So we're going to go through backstory first, and then we're going to get into the rules. Okay. Charlotte Webster was a 7-year-old girl who lived in the 1400s. Her mother was accused of being a witch and was burned at the stake. The young girl watched her mother die in agony and escaped into the woods. She couldn't have known what to do. She was so young and had no means of surviving. The legend says that she died in those woods and was picked apart by animals that came across her body. Okay, that is so sad. Okay, now let's get into how to play the game. Okay, how to play Charlotte's Web. Materials. Multiple flashlights. No candles. A second person, 1 mirror, a toy, 2 chairs, and a table. Okay, steps. 1. Go into a room without windows. If you must, you can black out any windows. 2. Set up the chairs in the middle of the room with about 2 feet of space between them. 3. Put the mirror in front of the chairs facing them. 4. Set a table behind the chairs. Make sure you can see the table when both of you are sitting down. 5. Put the toy on the table in the space between the chairs. 6. Turn on your flashlights. These are just so that you can see. 7. Turn off any lights in the room and sit down in the chairs with the other person. 8. Say, we want to play Charlotte's Web in unison. 9. Sit back and relax, because Charlotte will come if she senses you're afraid. 10. Watch Charlotte come and take the toy in the mirror. If she is happy with the toy, you can talk to her and ask questions. 11. When you're finished talking to her, say, goodbye, Charlotte, in unison. Best case scenario, she keeps the toy and wanders out of view of the mirror. If this happens, the game is over and it's safe to turn on the lights and carry on with your life. And those are all the steps for the game. Okay. Warning. Charlotte is a gentle thing. If she's pleased with the toy you brought for her, she's a little kid, and just like humans, she will throw a tantrum if she does not like it. This is very bad, and if this happens, end the game right then and there. Do not continue if she's throwing a tantrum, because if you do, you are endangering your lives. Okay. Do not, under any circumstances, turn around. You can only stare in the mirror for the entirety of the game. No looking to the side of the person behind you or even at the person who is playing with you. If you look anywhere except the mirror, you're endangering your life, but not the person who's playing with you. Okay, so if you look anywhere else, then you're endangering your life, but not the second person who's playing the game with you. Okay. No candles. She doesn't like fire, and lighting a candle around her is like jumping into a shark tank with loads of meat strapped to your body. Okay. Tips. She may be a little girl, but remember that she is a ghost, and ghosts are capable of remarkable things. In my own experience, and one that I have heard of, she was and is what you would expect a human 7-year-old girl. Nice and childish. Don't let your guard down, but don't be afraid, because that will only scare her, and bad things happen when ghosts themselves feel fear. And that is it. So it's a very simple, straightforward game, and now we're going to get into somebody's experience playing Charlotte's Web. So I also found the experience on Reddit. Okay, my experience playing Charlotte's Web. My friend showed me how to play Charlotte's Web after she found it on some website with lists of creepy legends and whatnot. She was eager to play, and so was I. After all, this one looked less horrifying than other ones I have seen. We got all the supplies together and set everything up around noon in her basement. We started the game, and I tried hard to remain calm. This proved to be easier said than done because, we were waiting for a ghost child to walk up behind us. After a minute or two, I heard something behind us but couldn't see anything in the mirror. When she finally came into view with a torn white dress and muddy bare feet, I didn't know what to do. I just kept waiting to see what her reaction would be to the toy. I saw her eyes widen a bit when she noticed the Barbie doll we had set out. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up straight when she leaned across the table and grabbed it. When her hand got close to us, it got really cold, but warmed up when she snatched the Barbie doll and pulled her arm away. At this point, I was ready to jump up and leave, but I sat there and looked between Charlotte and my friend in the mirror. She looked even more frightened than I did, but we powered through it. Charlotte cradled the doll in her arms and smiled at us. This might sound weird, but a wave of happiness and affection washed over me when she did. I started smiling too. She was an adorable little girl and made me giddy to see that we had made her happy. But I had to remind myself that she wasn't a human. I made eye contact with my friend in the mirror and slightly nodded as I cued to start interrogating her. My friend asked the first question. How old are you? Charlotte scrunched up her nose for a second and then confidently said, 7.5. Her voice was high-pitched and loud, but at the same time, it was like she whispered into my ears. It was my turn. I asked, where do you live? I got goosebumps when she pointed to the mirror, and I saw my friend's eyes get big. My friend asked Charlotte if she had any favorite color. I guess she had already run out of ideas. She held up the Barbie doll, gesturing to its magenta dress, and shouted, pink. She talked with such energy and seemed genuinely happy to share her thoughts with us. My turn again. How did you tear your dress? She frowned and shrugged her shoulders. Maybe she didn't realize she was dead. My friend asked her if she liked talking to people through the mirror. Charlotte gave us a huge grin and nodded her head. I felt a wave of happiness again. After asking more generic questions, like what she'd like to do, we ended the game. Charlotte looked a little disappointed, but she waved goodbye and walked to the side until we couldn't see her any longer, but we could still hear her small footsteps. Less than 10 seconds later, we couldn't hear anything and the game was over. All in all, it was a very scary experience, but it left me with a warm, fuzzy feeling. I can't imagine how the game would play out if she got angry. And that is their experience. Okay, wow. So apparently, this person was lucky. Charlotte liked the toy that she presented her with. However, like we said, if Charlotte is displeased with the toy, then things are not going to go good. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, my sister is 5-year-old, and tantrums that she throws now are awful, you guys. Like, my sister could throw such a bad tantrum to the point where, I will lose my mind. So imagine a ghost throwing a tantrum. It's just a lot worse. And I'm pretty sure most of us have seen kids throw tantrums before. So the fact that you're dealing with a ghost who can do anything to you and who could literally, unalive you if they want to, the fact that if Charlotte doesn't like the toy, she's going to throw a tantrum, then there is a problem. It even said if she throws a tantrum, end the game immediately because then you're putting your life in danger. Also, the fact that you can't look anywhere. You can't look behind you, you can't look to your side. You just need to keep staring at the mirror. So this girl looked at her friend in the mirror, so I guess technically she wasn't taking her eyes off the mirror. And also she gave her friend a very slight nod to start interrogating Charlotte. So it's either Charlotte didn't notice or they just didn't break any rules. But it's just the fact that, it's really, difficult to know if Charlotte's gonna like the toy or not, because if she likes it, you're good, and if not, she's gonna throw a tantrum, you need to end the game immediately. Also, her backstory, I find this so sad. Imagine being, 7-year-old and just seeing your mother, just burned at, a stake. Just imagine seeing that, it's just so heartbreaking. Which also explains why she doesn't like any candles. You should have no fire burning because her mother was burned at the stake, so obviously she's not gonna be very happy if you present her with candles or play the game with candles. So I feel that if you play this game correctly and Charlotte is pleased, that it won't really go that bad. But also, it's said that this game shouldn't be played more than once, because if you keep, presenting Charlotte with gifts and toys, she might take it as an invitation to stay with you. There are a lot of games where when you present something to a spirit or a demon, you shouldn't play it more than once, because the thing is, the demon and spirit might take it upon itself as an invitation to stay with you. So if you keep presenting Charlotte with more gifts and toys, she might take that as an invitation to stay. So it's always said to play this game only once and never again. So I feel this game is a bit safer, more of the safer ones, again, if Charlotte likes the toy. And I also feel that it's really easy to just quickly, end if Charlotte doesn't like the toy. But I just feel her backstory is really sad. Like, I can't imagine like what she must have gone through at 7 years old and seeing her mother burned at the stake just because her mother was accused of being a witch. Which back then, you guys, like, if you're accused of doing witchcraft or being a witch, you'd be burned. Like, if people believe that you were a witch or doing witchcraft or something like that, then you'd be burned at the stake. So just because her mother was accused of being a witch and like burned at the stake, and Charlotte unfortunately didn't know what to do because she was only 7 at that time. Like, she was literally a kid, you guys. So apparently, this game seems, I'd say, really easy to set up and really easy to do. But then again, you just got to be careful when it comes to offering Charlotte a toy. And again, be careful to not have any candles or any fire burning because of course she's not going to appreciate that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. This was one of the shorter rituals, but I just find it to be a really interesting ritual. And also the fact that like you just got to be careful. Like, this game needs to like be proceeded with caution. You don't understand you can't play more than once because again, like we said, Charlotte might take it upon herself to stay with you. But yeah, that's it. Comment down below if you have any scary videos that you guys want me to do, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Love you.